Good morning, guys. So let's get this party roast started here. What we want to start doing here is start looking at what the market's doing and what's moving in the market, right? So, right off the bat, let's have a look at what the futures are doing. Good morning, guys. So let's get this party roast started. Right. So if we look at the futures are having a nice pump in the market right now, right? So this is the Nasdaq futures. I'm going to start with this right now. Having a look at this, I'm not too confident in this move. As you guys can see, this is a quick move up. We had a move down. Now we're pushing. Great. I have my target here. What I can see here, the previous point of controls in the volume profile was in this range. And if it's getting above 1469, we can easily go to 14,166. So this could be a nice move for the Qs for today on the intraday. And now the reason why we're getting this move is because there's news coming out of Russia that they are willing to sit down and negotiate and all that good stuff. So it's positive news in the market, positive sentiment, which is sending the market higher. But overall, we want to stick with our overall fundamental thinking that whatever we're doing, it's working in the sense of technicals. Right now, this is above the previous support zone. Okay, this is a previous support zone. Price has finally gotten above it, but the key thing to remember is we have a lot of hurdles to get through still. This is not done. This is just getting started, right? So we need we
Autofilled.
basically need to protect our style of trading and what's going on in the market. So when I look at this kind of move, I'm not too worried about it. I like it, obviously in the sense that it's a day trader's dream to have these kind of moves in the market, right? Where you can catch these swings, wild swings right now. Uh, for me, important level is this. If we get above this, yeah, we got some room to the upside that we can easily capture. Looking at the bigger picture here, this is almost shaping up to be an inverted head and shoulder pattern. Getting above 14, this level here, 1485, and then 14 175. This could easily shoot up, right? So we'll see if there's more positive news coming out, tensions decreasing. We can see the market move very nicely, right? So looking at the S&P 500, so you got your head and shoulder pattern happening here, break of the neckline. Now we're retesting the neckline. We're back above it, which is great. So this could invalidate the pattern as long as it gets above 4360, right? So we can look at an invalidation here, right? If the invalidation does occur and it does get above 4360, this could be an easy move to the upside for a couple points here, and then we can easily get to 4400 here. Okay, so all these moves are very realistic, very possible that they could happen, but this is what I'm looking at right now in the market. But if I look at what are the chances of it going to happen, if you're asking me in that context, uh, likelihood of this going to 4400 for me is very low in one day. But then again, we've had these massive rallies, so I wouldn't put anything past that. But realistically, today, 4360 is not really out of the books for me personally. So I'll keep an eye on that. But right now in the market, the top movers in terms of stocks, we got Square, killer earnings last night, did really well. But I'm a technical trader, so just gonna focus on the technical numbers here a little bit here. So nice move. Okay, great. We had this previous area of consolidation between 99 and 119 here. Right, so we're above that. Great. So now we want to see some sort of more continuation. Right now, I'm not seeing any continuation, any follow through that I personally like here. So in that sense, I'm not gonna focus too much on that. So what I will be watching for, or what I will be looking at, is 99 and so what I will be looking at is if Square can push past 119 again and get above to 123 and push higher from here. Otherwise, you know, we're not gonna see a lot happening here. Okay, so if we don't see a lot happening, chances are, markets are gonna stay flat, or Square is gonna stay flat, even though individual markets may move. So we'll see how this does. Another one I'm watching today is Tesla. Tesla had a nice move last night. It's at about 818 right now in the pre-market zone. which is a great for Tesla itself. But if I'm looking at the 15-minute chart and I look at the volume profile, there's a lot of interest here and here, so it's above that, which is great. We can easily test 837 or 840 today with a strong move to the upside. This is a level I'm watching for to trade a little bit, or you could say scalp a little bit. I do see resistance in this area. Okay, so once we get to this zone in Tesla, we can expect a little bit of a slowdown. Okay, so today the markets can have a really positive reaction, and we'll see what happens in the markets with this. Not necessarily an overreaction either. So looking at that, so we'll see how the levels trade out, right? So I'm not gonna get too much, too much happiness going into the rally or too happy about it. Okay, great. So we're bouncing here a little bit, but then bounces have been sold off in the past. So we'll see how that does. So let's look at some other stocks here, like Alcoa. I like the stock in the long run. It's aluminum stock, so it's doing okay right now. Not really much to trade. It is starting to show a little bit down move here. We want to see if this level holds here. So once again, that is Alcoa. I do have my bullish breakout list. And ON was another of the stocks that I was watching as well. It's holding really well here at the top. So we'll see what happens with this, right? ON is just one of those stocks I like overall. So in terms of day trading, to be honest, Tesla is the most active one right now. You have Amazon moving, and you have some Lucid Motors and AMD. Now, AMD did announce that yesterday they're going to have some buybacks here. So aggressive move to the upside on AMD right now. It's in this consolidation zone. What we want to see on AMD is get above 122 and then get above 108, right? So this is a consolidation right now for AMD. We're going to need to see which side it breaks right now. AMD is very, very sideways. So I wouldn't trade AMD, too aggressively today. We can have an easy move from 119 to 121. That's a 2-point move, right? I want to capture this move from 121 to about 134. This is when the market will start to change its direction, right? Right now, it looks like this is an area where AMD is starting to accumulate itself, and we'll see what it does from here, right? So also let's have a look. What other stocks? So SE is up. SE, let's see. Not a lot going on in SE. It's just bouncing. All these stocks are just bouncing from the lows, right? They're just trying to bounce. And I like to see what they do when they get to important resistance levels. Like, do they fail and do they turn over? So far, that's what the rallies have been doing. Their rallies are being sold off. So if we're gonna see it, we're gonna see start to bounce aggressively here. Volumes start to pick up. Right now, all these stocks just going with momentum to the upside. They're trying to defend the bottom. A lot of these stocks could actually go into a long-term accumulation here because they're priced fairly reasonably now after taking huge corrections. So if you look at UPST, its consolidation zone happened from here, and now consolidated, broke out here, didn't hold. Now we got to move to the upside. Now we want to see if UPST can get above this level right here, a 158. So if it can get above that, we can have a nice little breakout here. But overall, if you look at this trend, it is a fairly new stock, so it makes sense it's in this zone. As you guys can see, if we just spread it out, this is a previous area where this stock accumulated from before it did break out. So it makes sense it's back in the zone here, trying to figure itself out. So if we have a break of the 160 level, we can get a nice move to the upside to 191 easily. If we get a breakout to the down move, we can get a move to 75, right? So it's important to look at the bigger picture, all right? So we'll see what happens with the market overall today. But let's see, let's look at Snow as well, same thing. All these stocks are pretty much, looks like they're in long-term consolidation. So not a lot going on today. I wouldn't get too aggressive with this. I'll just wait for the market to settle down before deciding to, be really selective on my direction, right? So this is right now looking like a great move, great bounce, but just be careful, okay? Just don't get too attached to this move up versus the move down, right? So just really be careful here. Just really look at your levels and see where the market wants to go. This is an important level, 441, right now for SPY. I'm gonna just keep my hands off and keep my eyes open. The only thing I like to see is KWEB as well. This is China. This stock was absolutely China's index, or this is the way to track China is through this ETF. It's absolutely killed, but this is a period of consolidation for it as well, right? So if this is distribution, we're gonna see this really get taken out further, right? But I feel like this is overdone. Like, right, it can go to 26. Yes, these are the lows for China, but I think right now maybe this is a good buying opportunity because a lot of these Chinese stocks, like for example Alibaba, they're cheap. It went from 319 to about 118. Unless the fundamentals are something seriously wrong with the company, this is where a technical analyst will look at the fundamentals just to make sure that there's something not off or wacky about this company that it's fallen so much, from the highs. So looking at fundamentals, there's nothing wrong with that. You want to make sure that this company has still some sort of value, right? Like it's 70% down from the highs. I mean, that's just a little worrisome for Baba here, right? However, maybe just maybe, this may be a stock that we could possibly add on to a long-term portfolio just based on what's going on here. It did have a period of accumulation between this zone. So 85 is a big level for Baba. So we'll see what happens with this. The other company I like from the China index or Chinese market is Baba. Sorry, Baidu. Baidu is really good. I think. I like this company in terms of where it is at right now. To me, this is a long-term consolidation that's shaping up pretty nicely. This is holding up really well here. So we want to see what I want to see is I have my eyes on this, right? I want to see more consolidation. The more consolidation we get into, if I just look at the monthly chart here, for example, the more consolidation that we get into in this area, the more happier I'll be because there's chances are there's a bigger move coming out of Baidu, either way, up or down, right? So that's why I'm gonna wait for this particular level to break and I will observe what volume does at this level. The fact that this level right here has been defended multiple times around the 136, 135, there's chances are in the coming days or the coming year, this is absolutely going to break out, right? This is going to have a massive, massive move, okay? So this is something to keep an eye on. Let's look at quickly Visa. Visa, another stock that I want to just watch here. Visa's not doing a lot. It's still consolidating between two zones here, not really breaking up or breaking down. Just kind of watching here. The Visa can start to slowly make a move when the markets come up. So there is economic data that's coming out today, personal income and PCE data. So PCE, that's something important to pay attention to as well. So this economic data can make or break a lot of things for us. It actually gives us a picture of what could possibly happen, right? So PCE data is out right now. So PCE data is higher than expected. So price index year over year was 5.8 and 6.1. So personal spending in the U.S. has also jumped up in January, so which is good. But personal income month over month, there's no change. So which is interesting, right? And so this is gonna tell us that the PCE consumption price index is something that tells us cost of goods for both for hold on. So PCE data, we want to. So I use trade economics and I look at what's going on. And look at the calendar here, right? So this is what we want to pay attention to. This actually paints a picture. If we have more people spending, right, and like we're as a North American market, we are dependent on consumer spending. So spending rose, which is a positive sign, but the PCE price index, this is interesting as well because this means that things also got more expensive, right? So makes sense why we're spending money as well, right? So now what I'm going to pay attention to is these two data is coming out at 10 and 11. So consumer sentiment is important to watch. So it's been dropping, right? So if consumer sentiment is dropping, this could be a problematic sign for the market. So this data is being released at 10 o'clock. So which could also push the market down or up, right? So we'll see what happens with this. But for now, I'm just gonna sign off. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. I'll be back today after market hours just to recoup and look at what did happen.